Colonel Gaddafi, can you give us your reaction to the attack on you yesterday?
There was no attack at all.
No attack?
No attack at all.
We heard there was shooting.
Very few.
Many people were killed.
Terroristic group that came from England and the United States of America. They have been trained in Sudan, and they came in, one by one in a building here. And, when they discovered them, they tried to fight, but they captured them. Unfortunately, they have been killed.
All of them?
Because all of the... no, one or two are still alive.
How many they were, Mr. Colonel?
About 10, maybe 10 people or something like this.
How well did your men perform?
They have been protected by the British police. They have been in London. And, some of them attacked our People's Bureau in London. You hear about it. Some of them were among this group who attacked our bureau with the protection of the police, British.
How do you know they were trained by British police?
Huh?
How do you know that they were trained by British police and trained in America?
They declared that, and we have documents and many evidence.
Why would the British do this, sir?
Huh?
Why would the British want to...
Because the British government is terrorist government.
A terrorist government?
Yes, barbaristic government. They protect the terrorism and help for the terrorist actions.
Did those people have any help from anybody inside of Libya?
They have some terrorist groups inside, and we captured them.
Do you expect more attacks?
What?
Do you expect more attacks?
If United States of America and British government and Sudan cooperate together and train more terrorists, we expect...
Colonel Gaddafi, for British television, sir, the British police have established that the shots were fired from inside the People's Bureau. Why do you allow your diplomats to carry weapons?
No. We are not responsible about anything that may be there when we got out, because this thing is maybe brought inside by the British police, and if there were pistols or something like this, it is for personal defense, available with all the diplomats in the world.
Colonel, do you know who shot WPC Yvonne Fletcher?
Maybe the police, British police, men themselves,
Colonel, it is
or some terrorists who were under the protection and help of this British police.
Colonel, many eyewitnesses saw shots fired from the first floor window of your People's Bureau. Traces of burns were found on the floor, cartridges were found, and the policewoman was shot in the back.
Anyhow, you can go to the court and say
Do you deny that your men were responsible for it?
What?
Do you deny your men were responsible?
No, our people there are innocent people.
Do you have any opposition to your government still?
I have no government.
Here?
Now the authority is in the hands of the people. In the people's conferences, people's committees. I have no authority, and no one has nothing to
Are there opponents to these people's congresses?
You don't want to understand. I am not the president. I am not the prime minister. I have no authority. Who wants me? I can go to any place to fight with him.
But obviously, there are some people who don't like that.
May I ask you, Colonel?
Enmity. Pardon?
Who were these people attacking yesterday?
Who made the attack yesterday? But he has already answered the question.
Colonel, have you ever encouraged your men to kill your opponents overseas?
هل في يوم من الأيام شجعتم رجالكم لقتل مناويكم أو معادين لكم في الخارج؟
No, but since now, I think the Libyan people will follow these terrorists everywhere. and they have the right to eliminate them.
Do you encourage them to kill your opponents?
No, it is the responsibility of the Libyan people.
Colonel, are you afraid that other attempts...
I am against terrorism and against any reaction.
The leaders of the Western world have called you a terrorist, Colonel Gaddafi.
Your government is a terrorist government. Reagan is the biggest terrorist in the world. You are far from the civilization. We are a nation of civilization. We defend our country, our terrorism. We want to live free in our land. We want to live happy in our land, peacefully. But you don't want this. You, the Western countries, particularly United States, the government of the United States of America, and the British government, they want to invade our territory.
In what way?
Our land. They don't want to live happy, to live in peace, to live in our country freely. We didn't go to United States of America or to England to invade them. We are in our homeland, and you want to take us here. We have the right to fight here and to follow our enemies everywhere. We must know since now.
Sir, are you afraid...
There is no international law allows British government or United States of America to protect terrorism.
In what way has
and
England
to
tried
export terrorism? If they want to export terrorism, we will do what is our right against this government.
Are you afraid of other attempts being made on your life?
No, I'm not afraid at all.
Thank you, sir.
انا عربي
لا هي مصر عربية وهذه
نفس الشيء عربي انا
مكتوبة المرة اللي
هذه كانت ب9 لما كانت المتاجر الخاصة الآن ب3
نوعيات محترمة ونوعيات ثانية يعني آخر ما فيها من
يعني من 9 إلى 3 كان ثمنها مضاعف عند التجارة الخاصة مرتين.
مكتوب بالشكل سعرها
Sir, we noticed some of the goods here made. Some of the goods here are made in Great Britain.
Yes.
حتى المغربي 4 دينار و5 دينار
كان ثمنها مضاعف.
Excuse me, sir. Outside, the sound of the traffic was very bad. Can you, here in quiet, say what happened yesterday, please, because it's very important.
We answer this question. What I may say here when we see this shop, I think Britain decided to export terrorism instead of these goods.
Sir, really, after what happened yesterday, aren't you a little bit concerned about your safety?
As you see.
القسم النسائي
غزاف يعني ايطالي
All right, just so you see the guns. All right, 3, 2, 1. Colonel Gaddafi continues to insist that he has no enemies, but one would never have known that by the security that was in force here today. Don Cladstrips, ABC News, Tripoli.
In Britain and the United States of America. From there to enter here and assassinate many people here.
You too.
Maybe among them could be. And to destroy all as can as possible from the people's constitution and realizations. Like shops, like this, supermarkets, and there's telephone, communication.
Sabotage.
Yes, sabotage. They have orders to destroy everything they can destroy it.
What happened exactly yesterday?
I told you. These people came in the building and they tried to fight, but they had been killed because they tried to fight.
Did they try to attack the place where you lived or not?
No. They were in the building planning how to destroy these realizations of the people.
3, 2, 1. Colonel Gaddafi has long insisted that he has no political enemies, but one would never have known. Colonel Gaddafi has long insisted that he has no enemies, but one would never have known that by the security that was out in force here today. Ron Cladstrip, ABC News, Tripoli.
Nobody here can remember Colonel Gaddafi putting himself on such public display and right in front of the television cameras. This is clearly a story that the Libyans wanted told. John Souchet, News at 10 in Tripoli.